faces painted ancient code.
All right, so we are now time to start our experience. We have asked Yahuwah to come into our kitchen table through the powerful sound of the shofar, and now we're about to start our experience. Our theme for 2026 as it's been, we are now into our 6th month, and it's still transformation times 3, self, sharath, and community. As you can see, we are saying hello to the city of Philadelphia, in which we have a couple of peoples from there. So this is now we're going to be looking at different points in Philadelphia. We're still in the 3rd month. Today is Rashan, which is common name. I'm sorry. They saying my internet was unstable, but I didn't realize it was going to do that. So we are now going to go back and do our prayer, the prayer that Yahuwah Mashiach taught us from Matthew, chapter 6, verses 9 to 13. Here is how you should pray. Our Father who is in heaven, set apart is your name. Your kingdom will come so that your will is done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us our food for today and forgive our mistakes as we forgive those who ask to be forgiven. Do not lead us into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For yours is the Ruha and the Hora forever, breathing through me. The kingdom belongs to you, along with all power and all esteem forever throughout eternity. All to the esteem. Haba Basham. Alleluia. Yahuwah.
Yahuwah.
And here's our opening prayer. Haba Yahuwah, we tada you for this 3rd new moon day, Rashan. I request you to come into all the hearts, minds, and spirits of our Qahal and into the Mizpah. We ask you to Barucha, our worship leader, elder in training, Dr. Makiba Pender Houston, your shepherd, Dr. Don Houston, our Qahal servant leader. With your esteemed Yahuwah, join us Bring your Yahuwah to hover over our study table to nourish, sustain, and open our spirits. To your Emet, we want our halal sincere and our shouts magnified, reaching the heavens where you dwell. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight. In your name, Yahuwah Mashiach. Alleluia. So shall it be. For it is written in Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 20, however, Yahuwah is in his set apart Qahal. Let all the earth be silent before his presence. And now we'll go through our Torah of the Yahuwah. First, Aseret, thou shalt not have. Thou shalt have no other gods before me, because I am a jealous Yahuwah, our Lord. Second, Aseret, thou shalt not make unto thee any graven images, says Allur, our Allur. Third, Aseret, thou shalt not take the name of the Elohim in vain, says Yahuwah, our Allur. Fourth, Aseret, remember the Sabbath to keep it holy, says Yahuwah, our Allur. Fifth, Aseret, honor thy father and thy mother. Sixth, Aseret, thou shalt not kill. Seventh, Aseret, thou shalt not commit adultery. Eighth, Aseret, thou shalt not steal. Ninth, Aseret, thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. 10th, Aseret, you do not covet your neighbor's house, you do not covet your neighbor's spouse, nor their male servant, nor their female servant, nor their ox, nor their donkey, nor anything that belongs to your neighbor. For the double Aseret that we was all taught by Yahuwah Mashiach is love one another as I have loved you. So now it's time for our time for our learning experience, in which we usually go through one of these Aubrey words in which we have to say it, and then we have to put it into a sentence. And we also is defined. All of this is usually done by our shepherd Don Houston. So the word today is Marecha, which means system, is used as computerized, organized, or institutional systems. Marecha. So you give a few minutes. Let's see what kind of sentence we can make. Working in the CUNY Marecha is challenging.
Okay. Okay. That'll work. I still have to find the Jeopardy music.
I know.
Anybody else want to try it?
I'm thinking, let me see.
You thinking?
Let me see. Dun, 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 dun,
Ah.
dun, dun.
I pray to Jehovah to give me the strength and wisdom to remove myself from the wretched, to devote myself more to thee.
All right.
Okay.
This is our Shepherd Don's sentence. They are reviewing the entire education Marecha system. So now these are the Paleo Hebrew scripts, and we have to read them right to left and say what they are. This is the alphabet. Gimel Daleh.
Y'all say this first one all the time.
We see the first one all the time.
That first one. It look crazy when I try to download this from Canva. It comes out like this. So I don't know why everything looked warped out, but it is the one that looks like a W. And what is that?
Cough.
No. So
Ka-
start with the S.
Oh, shin. Shin.
I see. I see this one all the time.
Oh, we see shin. Oh, yeah, we did have shin last week. Shin.
Okay. The one after that is.
Pe.
Say it again.
Is it pe?
Pet. Yeah.
Pe.
Okay. The third one.
Third one is, what does that look like?
You better sing a song. I love that.
Okay.
Give me a dollar. Hey.
Hey.
What's on your down?
That's not noon, right?
Nope. Cool fresh. Sim tough.
Tav. Kufresh. Lamet. Mim. Noon.
I just
Shamet.
cool fresh.
Oh, that's Resh?
Resh. Yes.
Oh.
Well, yeah, go to the
that's
next
Resh.
one. What's okay? All right, what's that one? That should be easy.
Va?
Yes.
Va.
Va. Oh, yeah. And the last
Va.
one. Oh, what?
Ugh. Yo?
No. Start with a T.
It's not okay. It starts with a T, not Tav.
No.
Oh, sad? Sad? Sad?
Yeah, that's it.
Pesa.
Yes,
Oof.
that is it. That's it.
So it was.
Uh-huh. Yes. Pet is the like the zero. Yes. Okay. Yes. Right. Yeah, Canva messes it up. Because something just happened. Hold on. Let me get back into. I'm in this. Hold on. Let me. Oh, come on. So you can't hear me. All right. You don't hear me. Did I get kicked out of Zoom? Okay, I'm gonna go back into. I'm gonna try to get back into Zoom. Okay, I'm gonna join back in. Y'all gonna have to let me in. I am back. What? Okay. Y'all can hear me now? All right. I don't know what's going on. I just got dropped. Shalom. All right. I don't know what's going on, but okay. Y'all can hear me loud and clear? So y'all can hear me loud and clear. All right. So today we're gonna be in the Tanakh, which is the OT covenant. We're gonna be in the book of Daniel or Daniel, starting at the first chapter to the first 1 to 28 verses. So it's Daniel, common name Daniel, from the Tanakh, which is the Old Testament, Sefer or book. And the first chapter and the first verse reads, during the third year of Yashariam, reign, O Jerusalem, reigned as the third year as king. Judah, Nebuchadnezzar, king of Babel, surrounded Yeshurun to take control of it. Yahuwah allowed Yeshurun, the king of Judah, be defeated by the Nebuchadnezzar. He took over Jerusalem and took items from the house of Alua back to the land of Shamara. To the call of his false mighty one, which is a God, small g, and place the items in the treasury. The Babylon, which is Babylon, people of Babylon, looted sacred items from Yahuwah's temple, then locked them away. Then the king ordered Asapharas, the chief of his eunuchs, to bring young men. Listen to this now. The king ordered his chief eunuch, Azarahaz, to bring forth young men from the people of Yisrael, especially, listen to this was now, especially from loyal lineage and noble family to the king's service. These young, My video's not on Zoom. Oh, okay. Let's see if I can fix it. Okay. I'm gonna reread number 3. Let me get back on Zoom. Okay, can you guys? Oh, my video's not on. Oh, that is. Oh, hey, I'm back. Yep. Can y'all see me now? Okay. Okay. All right. I'm gonna start back at the 3rd verse. What is going on today? Somebody want me to, I'm to the house of Tom, boy. He busy. So, chapter 1 in the book of Daniel, we're going to continue at verse number 3. Then the king ordered Azapharas, the chief of his eunuchs, to bring young men from the people of Yisrael, especially from the loyal lineage and noble families, to the king's service. These young men must have no physical defect, be good looking, wise, all kinds of knowledge to learn and understand the science and fit service for the king's palace. Now, think about what the 3rd verse said, that the chief eunuch had to gather all the men in captivity from the royal families. They had no names, had no pictures, to round them up, bring them forth together without defect. no broken arms, no patches in their skin, no acne. Now on the crutch, now on the wheelchair, now in a sling or cast. Stand tall. They couldn't be sloppy looking. Their beards had to be nice and trim. It couldn't be patches, couldn't have patches in the hair. Their locks had to look beautiful. No defect to serve in the king's palace. Don't that sound crazy to you guys? Sound crazy to me? Now they're gonna muster them, bring them all together, line them up, and to expect them and see if they're gonna make the cut. Now, I see why 1619 happened here in the United States. 1619 took a page out of the book of Daniel from the Dead Sea Scrolls, showed them how to line up people like an auction block, and then to expect them, then through a bidding for their service to go to plantations. Don't that sound like some out to straight up the book out of the oppressive manual? I can't hear you. Y'all probably nodding your heads like shaking your heads like, yeah, but yeah, that's what we're dealing with. So, colonizing 101, the order of the council of eunuchs to the palace of Yasharella, men of the king's council, to line up for inspection and recruit good-looking men without defect. So if I was up there, they'd have chose me. And I'd be like, no, you in captivity. You're locked in chains. Then they're gonna look at you like, are you from the royal? They have no pictures of what the royal people look like. They're assuming that these are royal men from the king of Yehuda. That's crazy. So they must got this RuPaul type of person to examine them from head to toe. You do know that young men are persuaded without any fight. There are a lot of yes men, plus they will agree to any terms to save their own hide, and quick to throw someone under the bus real quick. Yeah, that fast. I'm throwing Deacon Tyrone up under the bus. Yep. Yeah. He my bro. He my op. He my brother. I'm throwing that black man up under the bus to save my own hide. Take him. Don't take me. Take him. So, yeah. We call them sellouts. So I just sold out. We got too many sellouts in today. Today we call them coons, or we call them Uncle Toms, but it all stemmed from the book of Daniel that they were sellouts. They were taught how to write and speak the language of the Kasdians. Speak the language of Babylon. Speak the king's language, Babylon. Speak the king's language in England. Speak the king's language in England. Put them on the boat up through the Atlantic slave trade route into the North Americas or the South Americas, learning how to speak the king's language. All right. So, they stripped these young men from their culture, their education, their identity, and their sexuality to have them to break their own covenant from Yahuwah to serve the mighty ones, known as small g gods, study science. They had to study the stars, had to study the moon, had to study the sun, had to study the things that was already studying, and have them switch what they were taught from the scriptures, from Bereshit, from Shemot, from Leviticus, then stripped them from all that, how to count Shabbat, through the moon, through the sun, count the days, get themselves ready for a new moon day, and then to find themselves stripped of all that to learn science, astrology, how to count the stars. Hey, stuff happens. And hey, you in captivity, that stuff happens. You'll get stripped. Your name is Toby. No, my name is Kuti Kente. No, your name is Toby. No, Kuti Kente. Boy, what's your name? Toby. See what I'm saying? They strip you of your culture so you can be a part of what they're doing. Then they've been doing this longer than 6 years, 1619, and this still goes on today. Still goes on today, and it's unheard of because we do not know what's being done in modern day colonizing or slavery. So let all that sink in. I wonder what was the consequences if you did not accept. It's Yahuwah over everything. Now, you don't have now. I believe I'm immersed in Yahuwah. That I'm not taking on anybody's culture. I'm not speaking your language. You're not going to teach me numeric numbers. You're not going to teach me how to count the moon and the stars with the sun. We're just not going to do it. I will not follow your calendar. No, it's Yahuwah over everything because our people decided to put themselves again into bondage after they left Metzar, misery, Egypt, to find themselves again in Babylon captivity, then being stripped. Now, this could be the second generation of Judeans, Hebrews, in captivity for their disobedience. And now they're in captivity with the Babylonian again. And now it's going to be dope or dog food. I'm telling y'all, I ain't taking no dope. I ate the dog food. I said it last week. I said it again today. It's just not happening. So I'm just wondering what the consequences were. And for me to accept is Yahuwah over everything. I'm fighting imprisonment or it's going to be death. Do y'all feel me? Do you actually feel me? Are you going to stand on the things of Yahuwah or are you going to bow down to the things of the Chaldeans? Verse number 5, the king assigned them a daily amount of food and wine from his own table. They were to be trained for 3 years, and after that, they would enter the king's service. Among these selected from the tribe of Judah were Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. So that's Daniel, Hannah, not Hannah. Oh my goodness, why I messed that up. Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Given names. And Bali, common name, Babylon. Names, Daniel was called Belshazzar. Hananiah was called Shadrach. And Mishael was called Meshach. And Azariah was named Abednego. So they changed their culture. Now they want to eat the king's food. Then they change your identity by changing your name and your education. I'm telling you, this is straight from the playbook of the oppressors, way before 1619. I'm helping somebody out because slavery's been a long time. This not happened to us Americans, Black people from Africa. It happens to everyone, even The Ish people were in captivity through that time when Germany was the superpower of the world. We're not going to go back to that because they suffered. They suffered just like blacks suffered, like the indigenous people suffered. People are, then now you have the brown people, Hispanic people. Now they're suffering because they don't have citizen to this country called United States of America. Then they find themselves being arrested by ICE agents, find themselves to detention homes all over this country that are filthy, unfit for people, humane, and you're not allowing government officials from a particular party to go in and see how these people are being lived. And then you got the judges blocking all types of deportations. And then later, when they get asylum into this country, then they might get arrested. All this is from the playbook of Daniel, the first chapter. Change their names. Daniel was, now check this out. Daniel made up his mind that he would not make himself unclean by eating the king's food or drinking his wine. He asked the chief eunuch for permission to avoid defiling himself. First of all, the Udim, or the Hebrews, are in captivity by Babylon, and forced to change their name. Daniel, now his name is going to be Belshazzar. Name changed from Belshazzar and Babylon. Baal, protect his life or protect the life of the king. So now he was Daniel in Judah, Jerusalem. Now he served Yahuwah as the protector of Yahuwah, gets stripped into captivity, and then he has his name changed, and his name changes to protect the king when Yahuwah was his king that he couldn't see, but only through faith. He had to turn around and serve another king that he could see and protect him. I'm telling y'all. Then Hezekiah, who common name Hezekiah, and Aubrey means allure, is gracious, or Yahuwah has been gracious to me, changed to Shadrach, meaning Shadrach, and Babylon, common name of the command of Aku, A-K-U, a mighty one, small g, being the Babylon moon, mighty one, moon god. Michelle, common name Michelle, and Aubrey is Hebrew name for meaning who is what Yahuwah is, became Mishrak or Meshach, and Babel, who is the guest of the king. Now Yahuwah is his king, and then he had to turn around and serve another king, a sun god, a moon god, then make him his king. When he was serving Yahuwah, he was all masculine. And then when he was in captivity, now he had to become a feminine type of person to serve a God that he could not see. So he was masculine, serving Yahuwah, and then serving Aku. Now he had to turn feminine. Let all that sink in. So you was masculine, and then your sexuality changed to make you feminine. So you can go before a God that you can't see, that's an idol, and then you acting like a female. Y'all quiet. and nobody got no precepts. Okay, so moving on. So he was okay. All right. I'm telling you, when they colonize you, all that change. And like I told y'all earlier, it's gonna be fighting or we gonna die. And I already told you, I'm throwing Tyrone on the bus. I'm throwing, so I can protect my hide. I'm throwing all y'all under the bus. I'm gonna start hating. I said it with my whole chest. I'm going to start hating so I can protect myself. So I ain't gotta do nothing crazy. But I would rather go to jail, or you might as well just go ahead and end my life. That's just how I see it. It is what it is. So these colonizers are asking these men to break their covenant, dietary laws to food that's unclean and forbidden to consume by eating the king's diet. Danielle was like, no, sorry, dude, we're not stopping our Utah South Beach diet. No, we're not doing that. We sticking to our Utah South Beach diet. We have been eating, we are vegans all our lives. We don't eat meat. Now you want us to eat meat, stuff that's unclean. We're not eat. No. I'm looking at unclean things on this table prepared for people to eat. Then you want me to come out of my vegan state now to eat meat? Man, nah, you miss me that, son. I ain't doing that. Y'all sound crazy. Y'all sound mad goofy. So you know what? Tyrone might eat it. Call Tyrone. Call him. He might eat it. But we've been vegan all our lives. And then you want us to eat the king's meat and drink the king's wine. And what's that? Oh, Manischewitz. Nah, I don't know what that is. Doesn't look like nothing clear to me. Is that I drink some water. But we drinking Manischewitz. We're drinking beer. Top liquors like Cavassier and Hennessy. Everything. The king has given himself. Now he wants to share it with his captives so they can think and look and be like them, strip them of their entire culture. Man, this is why we have to really say it's Yahuwah over everything. That's right, Daniel. Fight the fight forever. Fight the power. My brother, fight the power. Fight it. Fight the power. Then he challenged that word, Meshalet. He challenged their system by telling the person, we're not going to defile ourselves. We're not breaking Yahuwah's covenant laws. Allure, verse number 9, Allure caused the chief eunuch to show Daniel kindness and compassion. The chief eunuch told Daniel, I am afraid of my master, the king, who assigned your food and drink. Hold up. Now, you are the chief eunuch. You are the chief counsel. You within his administration, and then you scared of the king. You scared of the president, because if we take a stand for ourselves, and you don't want us to take a stand for ourselves, you want us to bow down. You pushing too much on us, son. You stripped us of our culture, our education, change our names, and now you want us to foul ourselves to eat the food from the king and break covenant with Yahuwah? No, I'm glad Yahuwah intervened and gave compassion to the eunuch and administration, but he was scared in his sandals, in his shoes, that, if y'all don't do this, the king might get after me. I'm sorry, the king might get after you, because I'm not doing that. I'm gonna need Yahuwah to do one more thing. Baruch us a blessing. So I can't be taken out. So this eunuch can't be taken out because we are challenging their Mesheret. We are challenging their Babylonian system. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. we're just challenging their system. It's not gonna happen. So you're in captivity and you're being judged and by your oppressors. What a nerve that these Babel people judging us the way we look. This Babel is a broken system. This Babylonian system is broken. You worry about I'm looking over, I'm giving side eye and turning my head. I'm looking at your people. And then you're looking at us and talking, we look defective. We look weak. Man, you don't stop judging us. We are strong. We are healthy. We don't have hypertension. We don't have diabetes. We're not obese. We won't have strokes. We're eating food that the Most High Yahuwah has been our Yahuwah provider, our Yahuwah Jireh, our provider, and we eat well. We don't want to look like them. I don't want Tyrone looking like them. I don't want Anthony looking like them. I'm going to need Anthony and Tyrone and Lawrence and them. Alexis, y'all going to have to stand up and stay with me, be with me, fight with me, because we will not break the King's covenant. We will not defile ourselves. It's just not happening, people. Whew. All right, so he worried about what the king gonna say, and you judging us, and then you being judged. Let that make sense. You judging us, and then you're gonna be judged by the king. You can't be making this stuff up. This is a broken system, like I kept saying. Their king is a very powerful person. So let this make sense. Let it. You judge us, and then you get judged. Compare us to what we supposed to look like. Nah, it's just not happening. We're not taking on your sicknesses. We're not taking on your diet. You did enough to us already that we're going to have to say, no is a complete sentence. No. N-O, we're just not doing it. You're going to have to just kill me or imprison me. I'm just not going to do it. It's just not happening. And verse number 11, Daniel spoke to the guard, whom the chief eunuch placed them in charge of Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, and himself. Daniel said, please let your servants for 10 days give us only vegetables, stuff that we used to eating, and some water, which we all used to drinking. Then compare how we look to these young men who eat the king's food. Afterwards, whatever you think is right with your servants based on what you see. So the guard listened to their plan and decided to test them for 10 days. Test them for 10 days. And Daniel, Hananiah, and Mishael, and Azariah looked better and healthier than all the young men who were eating the king's food. The guard kept taking away the rations of unclean food and wine from the Hebrew boys who were supposed to eat and drink, but gave them vegetables. Hey, yeah! Gave them vegetables and water instead. Allure gave 4 young men knowledge and understanding in all literature and wisdom. See how Yahuwah has now provided? Now he's been Yahuwah. Woo! Yahuwah is good. He is awesome. Now, because they took a stance, because Anthony, Tyrone, Lawrence, and Alexis took a stand. What's the shepherd here took a stand and said, if he not going to do it, we're not going to do it. That's what I'm talking about. Yahuwah gave them favor. He baruched them, gave them knowledge. Still keep your knowledge. Keep counting the sun and the moon for Shabbat and new moon days. We serve an awesome Yahuwah. I keep telling y'all, it's Yahuwah over everything. Whew. Then gave them understanding how to interpret vision and dreams. Ooh, that's dope right there. When 3 years had passed, the time came to have the young men viewed as the king had ordered. The chief eunuch brought them before the king Nebuchadnezzar. After speaking with all the young men to the king, found no one equal to Daniel, Hananiah, and Mishael, and Azariah. They entered the king's service. Look at that. Give me 10 days not to eat the king's food, and then you substitute the king's food for what we are accustomed to eating. That is vegetables and drinking water. We're not drinking your cognacs. We're not drinking your Manischewitz. We're not drinking your beer. We're going to straight drink water. They had bottled water then. They had jug water, probably the jug. They drank that water, ate, cleaned out their system, had fiber in their body, cleaned out their system. No hypertension, no diabetes, no back pains, no joint aching pains in their bodies. Like the Babylon people look like, with all types of sickness and illness, hypertension and diabetes and all the other stuff that we suffer today, because by eating the wrong foods will get you to be obese, hypertension, diabetic, joint pain, back pain. You know, your skin gonna look crazy. But the king was like, whoa, who are these brothers? Where are they from? Oh, these are the ones you took in captivity, King Nebuchadnezzar. These are the ones we took to captivity, defect, and then they changed our Maseret, our system, and they exercise. If you eat right, if you eat clean, you exercise. You ain't got to do much. All you can do is Tai Chi. You ain't got to go to the gym like you did when you was in your 20s and your 30s. We old. We in our 40s and our 50s. We doing Tai Chi, or we doing, what's that new one I see on the internet? Oh, military calisthenics. When you ain't got to go in the gym and pump no weights and lifting up, none of that. You can just do military calisthenics if you can. And then after 28 days, you're going to look like, dang, you had surgery? Dang. No, we challenged the Maseret of the Babylonian. We challenged the Maseret of the United States of America. We challenged the Maseret of colonizers. We're not doing none of that. Real talk. Let's talk about it. Verse number 20. The king questioned Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah in every area of wisdom. He challenged them of every conversation of wisdom that they were taught for 3 years. Now, did they study? Maybe they did. But we know that Yahuwah has granted them favor. Woo! Now, the king and the eunuchs now see how well they look, how educated they are, how their minds were not changed physically, but I mean not spiritually, but maybe physically. Now the king wants them to be part of their service, wants them to be part of administration. I'm getting rid of this one. I want these boys. I want. A matter of fact, give me Tyrone. Give me Anthony. Give me Lawrence. Give me Alexis. I'll take them too, because they look just like they're supposed to look in the eyes of the beholder. They look good. So verse number 20, he questioned them. Understanding found that the times were in 10 times better than more than knowledgeable than all the. Check this out now. these Hebrew boys were more talented, educated than the magicians, the sorcerers throughout his entire kingdom or administration. Daniel continued in the king's service until the first year of King Kasha. The moral lesson or parable in Aubrey is Marshall. If you stay faithful to Yahuwah while in captivity or not, he will grant you favor to you and your oppressors, to consider you and only you. You can fact check me. See, I belong to this Qahal. This is all I have for you today. How about Sean? Aloha, hallelujah. Yahuwah! If you can worship that, keep that picture right there. Now you see on my left, you see how well that these brothers, these Judeans looked. And on the right, you see how out of shape, unhealthy that these Babel people looked. So I'm telling y'all this. Stay faithful to Yahuwah. Salakia. Stay faithful to Yahuwah. I want out this Babel system in 2026. I want out. But I'm going to stay faithful to Yahuwah. I'm eating clean. I'm drinking water. I'm not messing with society's garbage. Now, I'm going to challenge the men and the women in this Qahal starting tomorrow for 10 days. Straight 10 days. I know my wife is going to be happy when. Matter of fact, put your face on the camera, Kiba. I want to see your face when I say this. Put your face on the camera. I want the people to see your face when I say this. Get out. Turn your camera on, girl. Turn your camera. I don't see you. Where you at? I see. Hey, I see you now. Starting tomorrow, for the ones in this Qahal, I want y'all to eat vegetables, drink water for 10 days, starting tomorrow. Stand with me for 10 days, starting tomorrow. Eat only vegetables and drink water. No candy, no sweets, no sugar juices, none of that stuff. Eat fruits and vegetables for 10 days, starting tomorrow. No popcorn, no potato chips, no churros. Me keep I don't see you smiling. You just listen, huh? For 10 days. I can't. Okay, for 10 days. Eat eat vegetables and fruit and drink water for 10 days starting tomorrow. And see, I want to see you. You're going to see yourself in the mirror to see how wonderful and clear. And yeah, I see because something just happened on my end. You're going to see how wonderful and how you feel. So, starting tomorrow, eat vegetables and fruit and drink water only. We're going to partake the you the South Beef diet starting tomorrow. So that's all I have for you today. Shalom. I put your hands back to the worship leader. All praise. was to it's okay to eat. Right. Look it up. How about you look it up and just give us what you what you read? Augustine song. Okay, I don't know what's going on with this. This stuff is just jumped in and paused, and okay, somebody mad. I don't care. Your master red, you can keep that because yes, hallelujah. Yahuwah! Hallelujah. Hallelujah.